about the TGMAs. Next week happens to be we keep saying that's the biggest celebration when it comes to our music industry. Is it actually the biggest celebration? I mean, that's for a lot of people to answer that question, not for me. But we want to congratulate everybody that was nominated. Want to tell them that we wish them all the best. But we want to touch on a few categories here and there. Who stands a better chance? If we are the board, who are we going to even give the award to or give the ultimate to? And want to start off with the Artiste of the Year category, because it looks like a lot of people have a lot to say about that particular Artiste of the Year category. Nobody has said yet that somebody is in there who doesn't deserve to be in there, unless, of course, any of you have a take on who is there, who is not supposed to be in there. So the Artiste of the Year, we have Black Sheriff, we have King Promise, we have Kwame Eugene, we have Keche, and then we have
Keche.
Hey, sorry. I see Nasi. Sorry. We have Nasi. Sarkodie, and then we also have Stone Boy. Anybody there that is not supposed to be in there, from your take?
For me, I think if you look at the artists, they all deserve to be there. Someone was asking, where are the females?
Yeah,
the females are not there. If you look at Nasi, for instance, Nasi really had a good year.
Yeah.
If you look at the song he had locally, some of the platforms he graced, and also supporting Dinah
Hamilton.
PSA
Esther,
at a show which was held at Dominion. Yeah. It was a good one for him. Kwame Eugene released an album, Chaos, Love and Chaos, and out of the album had multiple hit songs. Within the year in the review, he did getting to the end, he did a lot of runs because prior to the year, I heard him say that he wasn't on a lot of shows, but when the Monica hit struck, most of the events started coming back. Yeah. And he was able to.
So was Monica the thing that did it for him?
Of course. Okay. Then he had a couple of his songs. From DJ Vioski, Broken Hearts, Jolly from his song. A couple of.
I'm single for now.
And if you check the number of nomination he had, it tells you the impact he had. Sarkodie, you cannot take anything out of Sarkodie. In the year I reviewed the Jams album tour, where he went all over the world, came back home, did an outstanding exhibition, which was a talk of the town because, to be able to tell your story in that manner, it was a very smart partnership. And he topped the year off with this Rapaholic. I was there. It was a crazy one. He always comes in top when it comes to production. How he opened the show, the jams people had, the props on stage, everything was on point. So if you look at those in the category, and it's a very tight category, but if I'm sticking my neck out on the person who is winning this, hands down for me, is going to be Stone Boy.
Because hold your horses there. Hold your horses there, right? Sorry. I just want us to go into that now. Just hold your horses there. Now, your take on the Artist of the Year category, who has not even who has impressed you there, but who is there that you think is not supposed to be there? And probably, like Edem has done, your take on all of them. What has been your impressions of all of them who are in the category there?
Well, for the nominees, I don't think there's anyone who is not supposed to be there. I think my only qualms with this category was the fact that, based on the category definition, Amrado should have been there, because he's also one of the highest nominated artists, and so per the categorization he was supposed to be added, but
and he also dropped a hit song.
Yes, but they failed to add him, so that was where I had a problem with, because every single person there had an amazing year. Even though Black Hole kind of had a slower year, he still, latter part of the year, still came in strong. Sarkodie, Nasi, we all know what Nasi did in the first two quarters. Yes. A monster hit single. Then also Stone Boy had an amazing year, dropped an album, also was able to become the second Ghanaian artist to fill the Accra Sports Stadium after Shah Awali. And we have King Promise.
But you see, people are taking Soribadu out of this one, because Soribadu has also done it.
Oh, that one day. We will not take it like that.
All right.
No, it's not as we are taking Sonny Badu. We are not taking Sonny Badu out. But based on the category definition, how many nominations is anybody even get.
No, I'm not even
he's
talking
talking
about
about
the stadium.
Filling the stadium.
But he has also filled the stadium.
Oh, you know.
Anyways,
You know.
you
know.
All right. But who are you sticking your neck out for
In this
category?
I can promise.
Can promise.
Yes.
All right. Now, I just want to understand. Looking at Stonebwoy, Sarkodie, Nasi, Kwame Eugene, Black Sheriff, Kim Promise. Why has this whole category now in the latter part getting to the event? It looks like it's not a two-horse race.
Yeah.
Why is this so, Edem?
I think activism is part. I'm surprised that from the Sarkodie's camp, there is like low activism because he had a very good year. I mean, he released some good songs within the year and topped it up with Otime, which was a good one in terms of events. He had a good one. He went on tour. But I do not know where, because at times the activism needs to come from the bottom up.
Yeah.
And
from the
it
fan
gets
base.
everybody talking. Because I think that's where most of these conversations start. And I think, I don't know why they have kept quiet. I mean, most of the industry people I've heard, including myself, we've been frank that he had a very good year. And he stood a chance of winning the Artist of the Year. And if you look at the others in the category, the reason why people are not talking most about them is, I mean, you see, if you look at, I mean, those who are standing pound for pound, toe to toe, in terms of exploits, both in Ghana and beyond. I mean, there is no denying the fact that Kim Promise and Stonebwoy had upper hand than, I mean, most of the people in there, with the exception of Sarkodie. For me, I think the others, I mean, Stone and Kim Promise stand tall in this category. So it is fair. I mean, it's just natural that people are supporting these two people because, I mean, if you look at their numbers and their activation, I mean, they deserve that. So if they are getting that, it's like we are giving them their flowers.
All right. That's nice. But, Naya, you say you're sticking your neck out for King Promise.
Yeah.
Now, can you give me your reasons why you are sticking your neck out for King Promise?
Well, the basic reason is he worked hard within the year under review. I think
All of them also worked hard.
No, I think what people seem to forget is Kim Promise was cancelled.
He was cancelled?
Yes.
How do you mean?
You know, after the Whiskey show, he was cancelled. After the Whiskey show, that he released that press statement. He was.
You read the stadium event that, oh man, that.
He was cancelled.
Yeah,
2022. He was cancelled in December.
Yeah.
His show took last-minute grace to even be filled.
Yeah.
And let's say entry into 2023 with all the people, like all the vibrations. Like, we are not going to listen to Compromise. He didn't treat Ghanaians fairly.
But do you think he treated Ghanaians fairly? Just a second on that.
No, he didn't treat Ghanaians fairly. I was very vocal on that part. Yeah. That press release he did was a no-no for me.
All right.
So there was a lot of hate. I won't use the word hate, but there was a lot of cancel culture going this way.
Yeah.
Then within the first quarter, out of the blue, we see him dancing. There was no song, we see him dancing. Then the dancing goes viral. Then we have the music. And the music turns out to become the biggest Ghanaian music of 2023. And I know a lot of people are making arguments that, oh, one song. No, it's not one song. That song alone has 2 remixes. He also released Nana. And he also released Perfect Combi.
Yeah.
And Perfect Combi in its own right, in as much as it's not like having a lot of PR, did a lot of streams.
Yeah.
Kim Promise was all over the world. His music was in Asia, changing stuff for Afrobeats. He was also on tour. He also played the mobile in a couple of shows.
Yeah.
And he was active. Like, let's be honest. Kim Promise was more out there in 2023 than previous years.
Okay.
Kim Promise is not an artist who has had a lot of PR. Usually it's just about him going about his business. You know that kind R2B's kind of feeling. Like, you don't really care. But in 2023, he was all over the place. He was active. His personality was active. We even had news about him. We even had the Greg stories. You get it?
Yeah.
So all these are the reasons. I feel he worked the hardest, in my opinion. Looking at where he came from and where he's gotten to within the year, he did an amazing job. Was only a few people would be able to come out from whatever happened and still have one of the best years in their career. So that's why I'm picking King Promise over every single person in this category.
All right. Now, Sakina, looking at this category, right, that we have for the Artist of the Year, which is the ultimate that everybody looks forward to, who in this category has impressed you the most? And if you're going to put your last dollar on any of these artists, who would you put your dollar on? I mean, your pound, actually, because you're in the UK. So your pound, yeah. Yeah.
To be honest, they're all really, really good, and they've all made a very, very good impact on the music scene, both not just in Ghana home, but also globally. They've all done significant stuff that has gone global. But if I'm going to be biased by saying the ones that have made the strongest or the loudest noise, should I say, in terms of with their fans, who are the ones, as far as I'm concerned, they're the ones who matter. To me, that's a King Promise and a Stonebwoy.
Wow. Okay.
They're the two that I would say. I don't know which one it would be. I mean, I could easily say Stonebwoy because I'm a Stonebwoy fan, big time. But at the same time, I have to give kudos to kudos where kudos is due. Yeah. And they are both doing leaps and bounds. But not to say, let's not forget, this award is for Ghana.
Yeah.
It's not global. It's for Ghana.
Okay.
And when I look at all of them, they are all doing very, very good stuff in Ghana.
Yeah.
Bar one or two, maybe, and this is going to sound a bit controversial, but I don't see Sharif doing as much as he's doing outside of the four walls of Ghana, inside Ghana. But people like Promise, he's killing it in Ghana, he's killing it outside. Kwame Eugene is like on that list. That one is Ghana. That one is Ghana. So if we're talking about it's just about Ghana, then I have to give the dues to these ones. But they are all in their own dues, killing it. But then let me just remind ourselves as well, let's not forget, everybody has their own plans.
Yeah.
So we may say that, oh, this one is doing really, really well in this particular category or this particular area or country, etc. But it needs to align with their plans. We don't know what their plans are.
Yeah.
Their plans may be that I want to be a global sensation in the Midlands or in Central Europe, etc. We don't know. And if that's what their target is, that's what they're hitting. But if we're talking Ghana, the writing's on the wall for me on those ones, and I've said that's what I think.
All right. Now, Edem, coming to you. You, ended your submission saying that Stonebwoy stands tall for you. Now, why do you say Stonebwoy stands tall for you in this category?
Well, thank you very much.
I want
to start with the definition.
Let me give the people the category definition. Yeah, for the artist of the year. So the artist of the year is the artist or artists are judged by the Academy Board and the general public as the artist with the highest audience appeal. 1, popularity in the year under review. 2, the artist must have released a hit single, EP or album, and must be one of the artists with the highest nominations in the year under review. Now, for purposes of this conversation, I want us to strike out the last bit. That's a final category definition. Highest nominations in the year under review. For the purposes of this conversation, let's strike that out for now, so we can be able to progress with the conversation. Because if we do that, then it's going to swing a certain way. But I want us to have a very enriched conversation.
It's part of it.
It's part of it, but that's what I'm saying, that for the purposes of this conversation, let's just take that out and look at all the other.
Take which one out?
No, take the highest nominations in the year under review out.
Oh, it can be out.
I'm not saying that we are taking it out completely. I'm saying that for the purposes of the conversation.
Yeah, it's part,
Okay.
Because if we take it out, it's like we cannot, because we are looking at what makes the person artist of the year.
Yeah.
And if there's some aspect of it and you want to take it off, then
I'm not saying that we are taking it off. And it shouldn't be. Okay, it's fine. You go ahead with your submission.
I believe Stonebwoy deserves to be the artist of the year for this reason. We want to reward hard work. And this is talking about hard work.
Yeah.
If you look at the category definition, the person needs to have a certain audience appeal.
Yeah.
I've spoken to some of the proponents of King Promise did well, no doubt. I've spoken to some of the proponents who last year were all saying Stonebwoy is the artist of the year. And all of a sudden have made U-turn. I spoke to Baba Sadiq, and he was like, after getting some data from the King Promise side, he felt, and I was like, so in that year under review, when the person was working, you didn't see. Someone had to get you some things to see. We are talking about audience appeal.
Yeah.
So why you need to see it happening.
Yeah.
Why do you have to wait for someone to give you some data to now remember that in that year he did well? One,
Okay.
I'm coming. If you check Stoneboy's nomination
Yes.
in this year's game,
Yes.
it tells you that the guy worked hard.
Yeah.
He had about 11 or 12 nominations.
Yes.
Afro Pop Song of the Year.
Yeah.
He had Best Reggae Dancehall Song of the Year. Telecel Most Popular Song of the Year.
Yeah.
Album Stroke EP of the Year.
Okay.
Artist of the Year.
Uh-huh.
Best Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year.
Uh-huh.
Best Music Video. Best High Life Song of the Year. He even crossed International Collaboration of the Year. Record of the Year. Best Music Video. Best Collaboration of the Year. Songwriter of the Year. Now, all of this is a testament of hard work. He released an album, and prior to the album, he released, even after the album, he had about 4 other hit songs. More of You, Far Away, Landlord,
Yeah.
then another song.
Yeah.
Before the album, an artist within a year under review had about more than 9 hit songs just in 1 year.
Okay.
Now, he didn't sit down. He did a certain listening with the industry, came to a listening party for his team, like his fan base.
Yeah.
Then Stoneboy, the scheme is from Ghana.
Yeah.
Now let's take it to Ghana.
Yes.
In terms of audience appeal, Stoneboy pulled the most audience. He organized one of the biggest show that year in the event history of Ghana.
Okay.
That year, 2023.
Great. Yeah.
You know, so how can you look at this? I mean, appeal is enormous. It is not. Do you think it's easy to fill the Accra's position?
No. Nobody said it's easy.
No, I'm not
Yeah?
talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Okay, all right.
I'm talking about hard work.
Okay.
It takes a lot of hard work. Production wasn't a joke. If you look at the kind of international standard stage
I mean,
he
I
set
saw
up
the
there.
movie.
My goodness. I mean, how he collaborated with the School of Performing Arts to do that intro. You know, some of these things is another way of exhibiting how huge your brand is.
Yeah.
And what he did on the stage wasn't a small thing. And move away from that. The tours he had with the album, he barely went to every part of this
But-
of the
but King
continent.
Promise has also
I'm coming.
been every part of the world with his work-
Yes,
with his work.
I am for Chinese.
Ebidibi.
I mean,
Okay.
look at the Angela Kujo 40th anniversary event.
Yes.
I mean, that plug wasn't. It was an event, a stage, a big stage, with any artist performing on that stage brings a lot of, spotlight on the artist.
Yeah.
Now let's move away from all of this. Stoneboy had some good. You know, there is what we call CSR, corporate social responsibility. And
it's
I'm
not
coming.
part of this one.
No,
It's not part of the category of definition.
but that is audience appeal. Now, if you're talking about audience appeal, CSR gives a human face of a brand. Now, it also brings about audience appeal. Stoneboy, within that year, dug about 4 boreholes in the western region of this country.
We are
coming.
going out of
No,
the
it's
scope,
not.
my
It's
brother.
not the scope.
We are going out of the scope.
Artist of the year is what the artist did with his brand.
Okay, you see, I agree with you 100% on all of that.
Yeah, so let me
That's what I'm
end.
saying, that let us bring it home.
Don't worry, we
Looking
are-
at the category definition, because the reason I'm saying that is because
Yeah.
when I was telling you that let's take one part, because if you look at that part, then it's like a slam dunk, right?
No.
But then again, we are looking at the hard work.
No, unless you don't want to place premium on CSR.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that.
I'm coming.
Edem, don't get me wrong.
Do you know why?
Don't get me wrong.
Do you know why Citi TV and Citi FM are really serious about CSR?
No,
Do you know the
don't
impact?
get me wrong.
No, we need to encourage our artists
No.
to impact society positively.
Okay,
so if
okay.
somebody has done it, cervical cancer screening, autism awareness,
Yeah.
breast cancer screening.
Yeah.
I mean, this. If you want to talk about impacting society, he's impacting society with his
All right,
artistry.
Edem, hold it there.
Now
hold it
there's,
there.
I'm coming.
Hold it there. Hold it
I'm
there. hold
going
it there.
into
hold it there.
brand
It's okay.
affiliations
hold it,
and
hold
other
it there. Hold it there. Is it to say that King Promise is not doing any of these things? Because probably he's doing it, but nobody is saying. Recently, I saw that he was also paying school fees for people. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. That if you go into that aspect,
it can be brought in.
yeah,
Who is
then we are
stopping-
going away from the category
it's part.
definition.
No, but CSR is not meant to qualify for an award.
No, unless then
because
then,
you're adding it to add weight to him getting the award.
No.
It shouldn't
No,
even
you
be.
want to downplay.
If you use the word downplay, nobody's downplaying
you
it.
want to downplay CSR.
Nobody's
downplaying
CSR.
it.
Because what are we talking about? We are talking about audience appeal. And how do you get audience appeal?
No, listen, what I'm saying is...
How do you get audience appeal?
Your music...
No, you are a brand though.
No, listen, Edem, relax. Your music will give you the audience appeal.
It's
right?
not only the music.
Listen, Edem, relax.
It's not only the music.
Edem, I know. Your music will give you the audience appeal. That's what I'm saying, that if you go into all the... So what if King Promise doesn't have a foundation? He has not formed a foundation. Are you saying that because he has not formed the foundation, he doesn't qualify to receive the award?
I'm talking about Stonebwoy.
I'm
talking about Stonebwoy. I shouldn't talk about
what
somebody.
He's saying, Stonebwoy should win the MY Man of the Year.
I'm coming.
Artist of the Year.
I'm coming. Unless you don't want to, I appreciate what CSR does.
I appreciate it 100%. I even reported on it right here in Citi.
Do you know why I brought in that? Because we are talking about audience appeal. Do you know the love that will lead somebody to, the kind of love it will make somebody have for your brand. Okay. Do you know what CSR does to a brand?
I know, we all know that.
Yes, it gives a brand a human face. And we are talking about audience appeal. And this is a form of winning souls for your brand as Stonebwoy. And we need to commend that. That aside, look at the brand affiliations he had.
Yeah.
We saw him and Ayaz and Kudus.
Yeah.
Then we saw him, the same Kudus, with West Ham, brand affiliation.
But King Promise was also at Ajax and also had a time with Kudus. He was even with Chelsea. Even with Chelsea and all of that. So you see, that's what I'm saying.
I'm speaking for. I'm speaking about Stonebwoy.
Okay.
Or you do some.
No, but you see, you are making it sound as though it is something that the other person didn't do.
No.
Relax.
I'm talking about Stonebwoy.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm talking about the things he's done.
Edem, relax. I want you to tell me what the other person doesn't have. Do you get me? Because now he said he released the biggest song and then also had the most popular dance in Ghana. I am not saying King Promise should pick it, right? But what I'm saying is, yes, Stonebwoy did all of that. But what is that one thing that gives him that leverage?
No, listen, I've given you number of songs, number of reasons.
Yes.
An artist who has about 9 hit songs within a year under review. It's not a joke.
Okay, Edem,
I'm coming.
I just want to progress the conversation. I want to progress the conversation.
About 9 hit songs.
Okay, I'm coming. Edem, hold it.
He has about most nominations.
Hold your horses right there. Sakina, would you agree with me if I ask, is it possible for them to have a joint award where we say Artist of the Year goes to both of them because both of them have worked really hard in their own rights? Would it be something good for the TGMS to consider whilst we wrap up this conversation?
Now, then that's like taking your children to a race and saying second, third, fifth, and last, and saying but still won. No.
You don't agree?
A winner is the winner. Finished.
All right.
If we don't want to answer the category, then that's the thing. We don't want to pick it. But a winner is a winner. It's good to give kudos and honors to people for what they've done. But it needs to be, if we're saying winner is one. It's not plural.
I'm saying this on the back of the Olympics because the high jump, the Bashin and the Italian were like, okay, we can share the gold because we both performed really, really well. But
they chose to do that. It wasn't an organization.
Yeah.
They chose to do that themselves.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. Can they also agree to do that? But
if they want to, that's up to them, how they want to choose to split their thing. But it's down to the organization to say, we are choosing a winner and that one won. And it's down to the winner to do whatever they want to do with it.
All right. Now, Nanao, if King Promise doesn't pick it, would you be disappointed?
Would I be disappointed? Not really.
Not really?
No, to be honest, not really, because I cannot also invalidate the work, let's say, Stonebwoy puts in within the year. He did an amazing work. The only reason I'm choosing King Promise, once again, is I believe under the year under review, to me, he was the most improved artist. And getting the Artist of the Year, for me, would be beneficial to him in the longer run at this moment in time. Yeah. Considering the level of activations he wants to do this year. So that's why I'm picking King Promise. I know Stonebwoy has a massive PR. Yeah. He's the people's person.
He's the biggest guy.
He has a huge fan base in the BIM Nation. But imagine him at this moment competing with an artist who doesn't even have a dedicated fan base, and they are neck on neck. It means Kim Promise did a very great job.
Great.
And surely deserves to win the Artist of the Year.
All right, Edem, your final words on this one.
For me,
30 seconds before we go.
It will be shocking for me if Stonebwoy doesn't win the Artist.
You'll be disappointed.
Yeah, because we need to reward hard work. You know, Kim Promise is having what we call the recency bias because of the shows he recently played.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on people's mind, and that's part of human nature. I mean, it plays a role. But industry elites are supposed to ensure that we keep records. That's very important. So that somebody doesn't work hard in the year under review, then there's a certain recency bias, and it wants to cloud all the judgments. I mean, let's ensure that works artists put in are not underestimated. I mean, so without any doubts and without any hesitation, clearly, Stonebwoy deserves to be the Artist of the Year. It's that evidence. It's on the level of nominations he had. It tells you that the guy really worked hard.
Right.
Charlie, having one single hit, you know they come by easy.
Can promise
and having about 9-10 hit songs in a year under review.
All right,
Chairman,
it's okay, guys.
It be hard work.
Two
Charlie,
songs.
Congratulations to Stonebwoy.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Kim Promise. Congratulations to everyone else nominated in that category. We want to say we wish them all the best. And I mean, no way trying to be biased towards anyone. I love Stonebwoy. I love Kim Promise. They're my people. But for purposes of this conversation, I needed to be stern and also try to, poke holes and see if we can find a loophole to actually swing the award somewhere. But hey, we'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, Arada J is on with a performance. Then we also have Eno Baroni. We'll have a conversation with her.